Alright, here we are. I just got this, came in on order for my M1A, so I figured today I would show you all how I take care of camo paint. The M1A, which you would have seen in the Cabin Fever Challenge for 2023, I want to keep that in good shape and have it be presentable in its original walnut stock. So for general use, I got one of these. It'll be easier to carry in the woods. I like the thinner profile. So I picked this up from Midwest Gunworks. It's an original Springfield Armory factory black plastic stock. Nothing too unusual about it. I do quite like the stippling and well, whatever you want to call it here on these grip textures. But I'm just going to show you all how I take care of doing camouflage when, in this case, I am not going to be painting the firearm itself, just the furniture. So I got this, and I also got a spare top cover, which I'll be doing at a later date because I'm making some modifications to that one. Okay, so there's three items that I use. The first one is, this is just your regular rubberized drawer liner like you'd use it for a kitchen cabinet. I use this to create the texturing. And then the colors I use here, this is the Krylon Fusion. I use matte colors. For the lighter color, I use River Rock. For the darker color, I use Coffee Bean. These are the same colors that you'll see on the Mini-14 in one of my older videos. So all I'm going to do with these is I start off with just a general base coat, and then later on I go back with the contrast color. So let's start out with Coffee Bean. As you can see, I've got this hanging up just with a wire hanger. And I should note, this is mainly for winter camouflage, which is when I'll be using it the most in this stock. This will be what I'm using when I go in the woods, and that's usually around late fall, early winter. Okay, so that takes care of the first of that. And then in the open spots, I can use my second color. You can use as many as you want. I might add green to this if I'm using it in the forest during summertime or spring. Drips is a tough thing with this. Sometimes you might find you go a little bit too much. So now if you do run into a problem, you can always hop in there and wipe some off and come back to it. Okay, definitely not my finest camo job, but we'll see how it is once I actually get it reinstalled. I gotta take care of that. I missed that spot. Alright, that's all there is to it. I'll let it dry for a couple hours, and then we'll take a look at the finished product. Alright, so here is our finished product. And not the greatest camo job I've ever done. But what I did was I bought a standard Springfield upper handguard here, a spare one, and I drilled some holes in it. And I was very careful about that because it is thin plastic and you can crack it if you don't do it right. And we've got ourselves a nice winter camo pattern for the M1A. One of the next things I'm going to do is replace this rubber butt pad with the original style steel one. That way I can keep my cleaning kit and rifle tools in there for this particular rifle. In case you're wondering why it looks funny, this is the New York pattern for the M1A. This is what makes it legal. So you'll see on the front end here, this has a Mark 14 gas block. Okay, works exactly, functionally identical, but the sight is mounted on there. And what that does is that eliminates the flash hider, the threading, and the bayonet lug, which are all features that, if any one of them was included, would make this rifle fall under New York law as an assault weapon.
Look how they mess with my boy.
Pretty dumb, but that's what we got to do, and that's just how it works. The camo looks good. This is the type of camouflage that I find works best where I live. You know, different colors for different places, but the same pattern tends to work pretty well, I've found. And that's what we've got. After the Cabin Fever Challenge this year, I also switched out the rear aperture for a larger ghost ring. The one I had in there was the GI issue ghost ring, but it was still too small for my eyes, so I got one size up. I believe this is an 1/8 inch hole in this, if I'm not mistaken. And I look forward to doing some more training with this thing, maybe get a scope mount on it and do my own version of an M21. Thanks for tuning in.